When they graduate from high school, they should go to college. Pretty much regardless of their background, their family history, their access to resources, their interests, we give them all the exact same advice: go to college. And most young people follow that advice. They go to college, and they get there, and they get an advisor who they're given maybe 10 or 15 minutes a year to talk to. And that person's primary job is to check things off of a list, to make sure that that student is following along on a preset timeline and filling all of these prescribed requirements. And sometime early on in that relationship, that advisor asks the student, hey, take a look at this long list of things and pick one of those things to be your major, to be your area of focus, so that they know which checklist that they're supposed to be applying to this particular student. Fast forward some number of years, and towards the end of this experience, somebody, usually it's a family member or a friend, somebody who cares a lot about that student, asks a question like, so what's your plan for life? It's a good question, and the student is probably really, really grateful to be asked it. Right? But much like you're thinking, that student's probably thinking, wait a minute, shouldn't somebody have asked me that, before? Like maybe even at the very beginning of this process, so that I could have had that in mind as I made all these other decisions. Because the way our system works, you don't actually get to try out that thing that you picked until after you graduate. Maybe if you're lucky, right before. And by then it often feels too late. Like it's too late to change your mind. You've invested a lot of time and energy and money into that. And you kind of maybe feel stuck with the choice that you made. And at some point in this experience, that student has realized that this entire education system, it just seems designed to sort them. First, it's sorting them by their standardized test scores, into which colleges they can apply to. And then once they get there, it sorts them by their GPA, sometimes into which major that they can consider, but definitely into, by the time they graduate, what jobs they can apply for, or what next steps they have available as options to them. And they know that they're so much more than that. They're more than those test scores, and they're more than their GPA, more than their resume, more than their transcript, but they're never asked to show up as these whole, complex, full human beings. And it seemed to me that there had to be a better way. So